out today. I realize we haven't had a training on it, but this is a good way to familiarize yourself over the summer, so we'll get started. So obviously you're going to start out here at the admissions office. You're going to do the introductions with the groups. You are going to ask them where they're from, and then you're also going to do the Indigenous greetings as well, and then you're going to turn right and walk up this path, so we'll see you at the next step. We walked along the pathway to the SU courtyard. Now we're going to be talking about the weather. You can talk about why you chose SOU. You can also talk about how we are a bike-friendly campus. You can do that while you're walking, or you can just get to know them, kind of be quiet, and then talk about this while you're here stationed in front of the SU courtyard. Normally we would go through the building, however it is closed today. You're going to do your normal spiel about the SU bookstore, as well as some of the eateries inside. You're going to be talking about the resource centers upstairs on the 3rd floor, and then you're going to be talking about the clubs and organizations when you walk down this wall. But then you're going to pop out on the other side. You're going to exit the SU building and then come up here to this flat area. From there, you're going to talk about education, psychology, the music building. You don't have to talk about theater yet. We will get to theater, but you can also ask if there's any questions or if anyone are interested in either of those majors.
Go.
What? Okay, so we walked up the pathway from here, and now we're in between Taylor and theater. This is when you're going to talk about both of these buildings. Normally you kind of stop down there, but we're going to stop right here on this flat area. Don't go this way, we're going to go uphill. Okay, so now we've walked down that whole length of the sidewalk in between computer science and the science building. You're going to now talk about these two programs. So talk about computer science, talk about how the campus is entirely wireless. Then you're also going to talk about the science building and all the majors in there. You can also talk about the SOU stats, or you could have talked about it while you were walking here. That's totally up to you. Okay, so now you've walked down this pathway and you're in front of Central Hall. You're going to be talking about the School of Business here, as well as the foreign languages, which are located upstairs. JPR was originally located here, however that's going to be in the theater building, so you're going to talk about it a little bit there. Then we're going to head down this path and get to the library. Around the corner and turn right after the Central Hall. Now you're going to pass this grassy area with the sculpture and then head straight this way to the lamppost. Don't veer off in front of the library. We're going to go straight there and I'll show you the pathway. Now we're going to head down this pathway. This is right in front of the Learning Commons in the Hannon Library. So you're going to come up this path and then we're going to follow it around. Gotten off the pathway. You can stand and have your group out here and talk about the library. However, you can always go inside. Inside, you can talk about the librarian, you can talk about the interlibrary loan system, you can talk about the different floors and versus quiet hours. You can also talk about library events. Anything you didn't cover while you were walking over here can be talked about inside the library. So now we're going to head down using the ADA ramp at the very end of the platform and then go to the roundabout. Now that you've exited the library, you're going to be walking around the roundabout, and obviously don't go into traffic, but you can talk about Searcy Hall, and you're going to be talking about the Honors College, explain what the Honors College is and the application process. Payroll is also located up there. This is also where, while a lot of buildings are being renovated, so things might change if you watch this video at a later time. Instead of taking the stairs down, you're going to be taking this long ramp, which is follows the parking lot to the art complex. So we'll walk down there now. Once we have walked down the pathway, you're going to take this ADA ramp down into the art complex by the Schneider Museum of Art. So we'll walk down there now. This is down after you're off of the ramp and you have come the distance between the art building and the Schneider Museum of Art. Here you can talk about the 4 buildings that consist of the art complex. Obviously you can only see 3, but definitely talk about the Schneider Museum of Art, Marion 80, and the art building. Then we're going to go down this ramp right here into the common area and then head down the ramp by the wall fixture and the big onion. Okay, so we came down the ramp and we're by the ground level of the art building. So here you can talk about the ceramic lab on the first floor. You can talk about the Starving Artists exhibit. You can also talk about the 4th and final building of the art complex, which is the DeBoer Sculpture Building. Definitely talk about the Student Health and Wellness Center right here, as well as Cox Hall, which is where ROTC is located, as well as some majors if they need classroom space. Then to also talk about Madrone, which is an upperclassmen living facility. So then you're going to head down this pathway and you're going to cross over the crosswalk. I encourage you not to really talk very much right here because it is pretty noisy with the road, but if you want to have smaller conversations, you totally can. Okay, so this is after you cross the crosswalk. Now we're here. On a regular tour, you're going to be heading down these stairs. For this tour, you're going to be heading down the sloped ramp towards the Hawk, and then you're going to turn the corner. So we'll meet back up there. Coming down the pathway, you're going to head this way towards the Green Springs lobby. I want you to come and pick up the keys at that point. So walk your group over and then turn left in front of the stairs to get to the lobby, and we'll meet there. Now you're going to be in Green Springs lobby and you're going to talk about the different complexes, as well as the University Housing front desk, the mail facilities, as well as the laundry room in the back. At this point you can have questions from the group, as well as get the key from the housing front desk. Then you're going to exit these doors and then head over towards Shasta. Walk down the pathway by the Shasta parking lot. Now we're here at the entrance. Normally you go through those front doors, however we're going to go through the ADA entrance, so you're going to go down this ramp and open the door, and then you're going to take a right into the residence hall, into the hallway. We can't go in there, it's locked right now, but essentially everything in the tour room stays the same. You're going to exit out that same hallway and head towards the Raider Village common space with the lawn, so we'll meet you there. Exit out of Shasta and then come around the big tree and then follow this path down. You can talk about parking at this point, you can talk about things you do recreationally in the valley or events that Ashland has. You're going to turn left at the end of the sidewalk and then go towards the Digital Media Center. So you follow the pathway down in front of the Digital Media Center, obviously talking about the amenities of the DMC as well as the specific major. You're going to follow this pathway down. You're going to be talking about the Lithium Motors Pavilion, the Student Rec Center, athletics, the outdoor programs, and anything else in that building. But you're just going to be following the pathway down, and we'll meet back up in front of the Hawk. Now we walk along alongside the Student Recreation Center. We've walked up the hill a little bit. Now instead of using the stairs, we're going to obviously use the ramp up and down. This is the way you enter and exit the Hawk. Once you're inside, you can head into the main area where there's check-in and give your spiel about the Hawk area. But you will come out here. When you do come out, keep the group here or kind of off to the side while you run and give the key back to housing. We don't need the group to follow you. That's a lot more walking for them. So keep the group here. Once you return the key to housing, you're going to walk this corridor up and then back over to Siskiyou. So we'll meet up there. Just came across the sidewalk. Now we're going to be heading along Siskiyou Boulevard for the rest of the tour. You can talk if it's quiet, but it gets pretty loud. So if you want a small chat, I don't know. We just came across the sidewalk here, or the crosswalk here, and then you're going to follow Siskiyou Boulevard for the remainder of the tour. Don't go up the hill, but continue on the sidewalk. It gets pretty loud out here, so if you don't have the chance to talk, that's okay. You can talk a little bit later on. When you walk along Siskiyou Boulevard, ask them if they want a photo here. You're not going to go up this pathway. You're going to continue on to Siskiyou Boulevard, but it is nice for a little photo op. Now we walked alongside the Siskiyou Boulevard, you're actually going to be taking this small pathway back to the admissions office. We don't want you going through campus because it's really hilly and it's kind of unnecessary. So it's going to be flat for the remainder of the tour. And then if they have any questions, ask them if they want to speak to an admission counselor. Otherwise, thank them for coming to SOU and enjoy the rest of their day.